All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for reducing dependence on foreign goods and focus on domestic manufacturing. India's wave of unicorns reaches all-time high with neobanks open becoming 100th unicorn in the country. Home Minister Amit Shah demands CBI probe into political murder of BJP Yuva Morcha activist Arjun Chaurasia in Kolkata. BJP leader Tejendra Pal Singh Bagga released after being produced before Gurugram court provided security following court's order. India's first regional rapid transit system train set to be handed over to the National Capital Region Transport Corporation at Savli in Gujarat today. LIC IPO to remain open for subscription on Saturday and Sunday. Sri Lankan President declares emergency amid protest over economic crisis. Haryana government to launch Khelo India mascot and logo in Panchkula this morning. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a last over thriller. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for reducing dependence on foreign goods and focus on domestic manufacturing. Mr. Modi stressed the need to reduce slavery to foreign goods as the country marks its 75th anniversary of independence. Prime Minister was addressing virtually the inaugural ceremony of JITO Connect, a global summit organized by the Jain International Trade Organization, JITO, in Pune. Mr. Modi said we have to reduce dependence on foreign products, find new destinations for export, create awareness in local markets.
आज देश हर रोज दर्जनों स्टार्टअप्स रजिस्टर कर रहा है. हर हफ्ते एक यूनिकॉर्न बन रहा है. आज देश हजारों कंप्लायंस खत्म करके जीवन को आसान बनाना, जीविका को भी आसान बनाना, बिजनेस को भी आसान बनाना, वन नेशन वन टैक्स, उस सपने को हम साकार कर रहे हैं. आज देश मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को बढ़ावा देने के लिए लाखों करोड़ रुपए के प्रोडक्शन लिंक इंसेंटिव स्कीम को बखूबी चला रहा है. देश को अपेक्षाएं होना बहुत स्वाभाविक है और मेरी तो आपसे विशेष अपेक्षा है कि आप स्थानीय उत्पादों पर बल दें. वोकल फॉर लोकल के मंत्र के साथ आगे बढ़ते हुए आप सभी एक्सपोर्ट के लिए नए डेस्टिनेशन भी तलाशें.
He said that everyone in the world feels that India is moving forward with all its potential and performing with the purpose of global welfare too. He added that the Indian vision is very clear and Atmanirbhar Bharat is a future course and also a goal. The Prime Minister said that the world is looking up at India with a lot of expectations and confidence in various areas, be it global peace, prosperity or ways to find solutions for global challenges.
मैं यूरोप के कुछ देशों का भ्रमण करके और भारत के सामर्थ्य संकल्पों को चर्चा करके लौटा हूं और मैं ये कह सकता हूं कि जिस तरह का आशावाद, जिस तरह का विश्वास आज भारत के प्रति खुलकर के सामने आ रहा, आप सब भी अनुभव करते हैं. हर हिंदुस्तानी को, चाहे दुनिया के किसी भी छोर पे हो या हिंदुस्तान के किसी कोने पर हो, हर भारतीयों को आज गौरव महसूस हो रहा है. हमारे आत्मविश्वास को भी इसे एक नई ऊर्जा मिलती है, नई ताकत मिलती है. आज भारत के विकास के संकल्पों को दुनिया अपने लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति का माध्यम मान रही है.
He said that there may be areas of special expertise, areas of concern, or there may be even differences of opinion, but yet the prosperity of New India connects everyone. He said the theme of this summit, Together Towards Tomorrow, is very meaningful in today's scenario. It means that during the Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, Sabka Prayas is the key for rapid development. India's wave of unicorns reaches an all-time high with neobanks open becoming the 100th unicorn in the country. Commerce and Industry Ministry said that 1 out of every 10 unicorns born globally belongs to India. Neobank startup Open becomes the 100th unicorn in India with the latest funding of $50 million from IIFL along with existing investors. Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal highlighted this achievement.
Today, India is an island of stability amid the ongoing global disturbance. Solid structural reform, macroeconomic stability, predictable policy, business-friendly reforms, a democratic, rules-based, open, investment-friendly economy. I have no doubt that the collective effort of our industry and the government led by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will lead to limitless possibilities and countless opportunities for all of you who are working in India, looking at investing in India, looking at expanding trade with India.
The Indian startup ecosystem, the third largest in the world in number of unicorns, is now home to 100 unicorns with a total valuation of $332.7 billion. The term unicorns is referred to startups that attain a valuation of more than $1 billion. As per the ministry, in the first 4 months of 2022, India has given birth to 14 unicorns with a total valuation of $18.9 billion.
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has said India looks forward to significant transformational and exponential growth in its trade with Italy. Co-chairing the India-Italy Business Roundtable with Italy's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Luigi Di Maio, yesterday, Mr. Goyal said there are several opportunities in sectors ranging from tourism, services, merchandise and education. He said India offers the largest business opportunity anywhere in the world as the country progresses from a $3 trillion economy to $10 trillion economy in the upcoming 10 years. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Luigi Di Maio said Italy and India are experiencing a dynamic economic cooperation. He said the Italian government is eager to reinforce cooperation between the two countries at the industry level as well as among entrepreneurs. The initial public offering IPO of Life Insurance Corporation of India LIC will remain open for subscription on Saturday and Sunday. Reserve Bank of India has directed all banks to keep their window open to allow applications for LIC IPO even on Sundays. It will remain open for investors till May the 9th. The indicative price range has been set at 902 to 949 rupees per share. Government is selling more than 22 crores 13 lakh shares of LIC, targeting to raise about 21,000 crore rupees. The allotment of shares to the demat account of bidders will happen by May 16th. The IPO will list for trading on May 17th.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has demanded a CBI probe into what he called political murder of BJP Yuva Morcha activist Arjun Chaurasia in Kolkata's Kashipur area yesterday. He said a culture of violence and a fear psychosis are prevalent in West Bengal. Mr. Shah, who was on a 2-day visit to the state, visited Chaurasia's home after news broke that the BJP worker has been found hanging in an abandoned building in mysterious circumstances. Mr. Shah demanded the strictest punishment from the courts of law for whoever is guilty of the crime. He also said the Union Home Ministry is taking serious note of Chaurasia's death and has sought a report on it.
बंगाल के अंदर विरोधियों की आवाज को कुचल देना, हिंसा और हत्याओं से डराने का प्रयास करना पहले कम्युनिस्ट शासन में और अब उससे बढ़ चढ़कर तृणमूल कांग्रेस के शासन में हुआ है। मैं पीड़ित परिवार से मिला हूं। पीड़ित परिवार की चौरसिया की दादी को भी नहीं बख्शा गया, उनको भी मारा गया। उनके कहने के हिसाब से जोर जबरदस्ती चौरसिया के मृतदेह को परिवार से छीना गया। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता अदालत के सामने गए हैं कि इसका वीडियोग्राफी के साथ पैनल पोस्टमार्टम हो और इसकी जांच सीबीआई को सौंपनी चाहिए।
BJP leader Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga has been released after Haryana court granted him bail. He has since returned home in Delhi. Mr. Bagga was produced before Metropolitan Magistrate's Gurgaon residence around midnight last night. He was released and allowed to head home. The court also asked Delhi police to ensure adequate security for Mr. Bagga and his father. After the Punjab police team took Mr. Bagga away in the morning, and his father filed a complaint at the Janakpuri police station in West Delhi, alleging he has been abducted. Delhi police has lodged an FIR in this regard.
BJP National President JP Nadda has accused the CPIM government in Kerala of encouraging Islamic terrorism. Addressing a public meeting in Kozhikode, Mr. Nadda alleged that Islamic terrorism is getting patronage from the government and the state has become the breeding center for such nefarious activities. He accused the state government of failing on all fronts and said that the Kerala society is in a state of discomfort due to the fast-changing demographics. Mr. Nadda said the policies and programs of the Narendra Modi government are aimed at empowering the country by bringing all sections of society into the mainstream.
The National Capital Region Transport Corporation NCRTC will be receiving India's first semi-high-speed train set for Regional Rapid Transit System RRTS at Alstom's Savli plant in Gujarat today. The event will be held in the presence of the Secretary, Minister of Housing and Urban Affairs Manoj Joshi at 3:30 p.m. The RRTS train sets have been manufactured under Make in India initiative and are capable of running at a top speed of 180 km per hour. The train set will be brought to Duhai Depot in Uttar Pradesh and will be maintained and operated from there. The fully air-conditioned train boasts of several modern commuter-centric features, including cushioned seating, laptop mobile charging, luggage racks, and dynamic route map. NCRTC is the implementing agency of India's first RRTS corridor between Delhi, Ghaziabad, Meerut. The construction work on the 82-kilometer long corridor is in full swing.
You are listening to the morning news in All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for reducing dependence on foreign goods and focus on domestic manufacturing. India's wave of unicorns reaches all-time high with newer banks open, becoming 100th unicorn in the country. Home Minister Amit Shah demands CBI probe into political murder of BJP Yuva Morcha activist Arjun Chaurasia in Kolkata. BJP leader Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga, released after being produced before Gurugram court, provided security following court's order. India's first regional rapid transit system train set to be handed over to the National Capital Region Transport Corporation at Savli in Gujarat today. LIC IPO to remain open for subscription on Saturday and Sunday. Sri Lankan President declares emergency amid protest over economic crisis. Haryana government to launch Khelo India mascot and logo in Panchkula this morning. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a last over thriller. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
Welcome back. You're listening to the morning news. In Sri Lanka, emergency was declared last night after the crippling strike and protest of the external debt for the second time in 5 weeks. Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa declared a state of emergency, citing public security and the protection of public order and for the maintenance of supplies and services essential to the life of the community. The move comes after massive protests across the island nation demanding the resignation of President Rajapaksa and the entire government over the economic crisis in the country. The first state of emergency was declared on April 1st, 2022. Trade unions staged a nationwide strike yesterday, demanding President's resignation over the crisis. Over 2,000 trade unions participated in the nationwide strike against the President, Prime Minister and the government. Border Roads Organization of BRO is celebrating its raising day today. BRO, a leader in the arena of infrastructural development in the border areas of the country, is celebrating its 63 years of glorious service to the nation. In an interview to AIR News, Director General Border Roads, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chaudhary, has conveyed his greetings to all veterans and BRO personnel.
सीमा सड़क संगठन के 63वें स्थापना दिवस के शुभ अवसर पर मैं सभी अधिकारियों, पर्यवेक्षकों, अधीनस्थों, सीपीएल तथा उनके परिवारों को हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। सबसे पहले मैं उन महामानव बहादुर कर्मयोगियों को श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करता हूं जिन्होंने बर्फीले तूफान, हिमस्खलन और भूस्खलन में बीआरओ की सर्वोच्च परंपराओं के अनुरूप कर्तव्य निर्वहन में अपना सर्वस्व न्यौछावर कर दिया। ये राष्ट्र, ये संगठन आपके बलिदान को कभी नहीं भूलेगा।
Speaking about the major achievements of the organization in the last year, I mentioned about the recently constructed road over Umling La Pass in eastern Ladakh at 19,024 feet above sea level, which has now officially become the highest motorable road in the world.
वर्ष 2021-22 बीआरओ के इतिहास में मील का पत्थर साबित हुआ, जब पूरे संगठन के एक सदस्य ने मिलकर राष्ट्र के लिए उच्च लक्ष्य हासिल किए। इस दौरान बीआरओ ने 19,024 फीट पर उमलिंगला दर्रे पर 52 किलोमीटर सड़क का निर्माण किया है, जिसे गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड द्वारा विश्व की सबसे ऊंची सड़क के रूप में मान्यता दी गई है। इसी तरह बीआरओ द्वारा निर्मित अटल सुरंग को वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स द्वारा 10,000 फीट से ऊपर दुनिया की सबसे लंबी राजमार्ग सुरंग के रूप में प्रमाणित किया गया है।
And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
গগনে গরজে মেঘ ঘন বর্ষা কুলে একা বসে আছি নাহি ভরসা রাশি রাশি ভাড়া ভাড়া ধান কাটা হলো সারা।
Today we remember Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, who was born on the 7th of May 1861 in Kolkata. Rabindranath Tagore was the youngest son of Debendranath Tagore, a leader of the Brahmo Samaj.
Rabindranath exposed British rule by chronicling all adversities with British imperialism through poetry and literary works. Tagore wanted the struggle against British rule to be germinated from the grassroots of society rather than being confined to an elite section.
পরপারে দেখি আঁকা তরু ছায়া মশি মাখা গ্রাম খানি মেঘে ঢাকা প্রভাত বেলা এপারেতে ছোট ক্ষেত আমি একেলা।
During the partition of Bengal in 1905, Rabindranath provided active leadership to the Swadeshi movement, advocating boycott of British goods and promotion of indigenous products.
বাংলার মাটি বাংলার জল বাংলার বায়ু বাংলার ফল।
Rabindranath Tagore wrote the song Banglar Mati, Banglar Jol to unite the Bengali population. He also wrote the song Amar Shonar Bangla, which was later adopted as the national anthem of Bangladesh.
Gurudev is also the writer of our national anthem Jana Gana Mana, which he wrote in 1911 to be sung at the Congress session in Kolkata.
Rabindranath Tagore brought glory to the country when he became the first Indian to win the Nobel Prize for our country in 1913 for his extraordinary work, Geetanjali.
In 1915, he was awarded a knighthood by the British Crown, which he denounced after the Jallianwala Bagh massacre as a sign of protest. In his repudiation letter to Viceroy Lord Chelmsford, Rabindranath wrote,
The time has come when badges of honor make our shame glaring in the incongruous context of humiliation, and I, for my part, wish to stand shorn of all special distinctions by the side of those of my countrymen who, for their so-called insignificance, are liable to suffer degradation not fit for human beings.
The basic thrust of Tagore's approach to India's nationhood and freedom from British rule was his emphasis on social reform and the removal of gross inequities that India's society suffered from. Reforming education, therefore, became the cornerstone of his mission for society and nation building. To this end, Gurudev Rabindranath established the Vishwabharati University at Shantiniketan in 1921.
আমাদের শান্তিনিকেতন সে যে সব হতে আপন আমাদের সব হতে আপন আমাদের শান্তিনিকেতন।
The noble soul breathed his last on the 7th of August 1941 at Kolkata. All India Radio News pays tribute to the great noble soul. Remember the freedom fighter Alluri Sitarama Raju. Alluri Sitarama Raju was born in 1897 in a village called Mogallu near Bhimavaram in Andhra Pradesh. He was inspired by the revolutionaries of Bengal to fight against the British government.
Alluri is remembered for leading the Rampa rebellion against the British in the early 1920s. The Madras Forest Act 1882 disrupted the lives of the tribal people. It barred them from engaging in their traditional agricultural activities. Alluri organized the tribal people of Visakhapatnam and East Godavari districts to revolt against the oppressive British regime.
Between the years 1922 and 1924, Alluri and his men stormed several police stations and killed many British officers and stole arms and ammunition for battle. The British were finally able to capture him. The barbaric British police tied him to a tree and shot him on the 7th of May, 1924.
The people honored him with the title Maniam Birudu, which translates to Hero of the Jungles. 1986, India Post released a commemorative stamp in honor of Alluri Sitarama Raju. AIR News pays tribute to the brave son of the soil.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
More than 189 crore 98 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that more than 15 lakh 44,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. The ministry said more than 3 crore 94 lakh vaccine doses have been administered to the children in the age group of 12 to 14 years and over 2 crore 93 lakh precaution doses have been administered to the identified categories of beneficiaries, including healthcare workers, frontline workers and people above 18 years of age. All India Radio News has launched a new weekly interactive program, Abhyas for Competitive Examinations. It is aimed at reaching out to students and job seekers preparing for competitive examinations. The program is in Hindi and is broadcast every Saturday between 9:30 till 10 p.m. Every week, a subject is chosen. Students can ask questions through WhatsApp or email, and a guest speaker or expert responds to their queries. Questions on each subject are selected on the basis of crowdsourcing from the students across the country. The program also includes segments like Explainer, Fact File, Examination Calendar, and Question of the Week. The 6th episode of the program will be aired today. The topic for this episode is Public Administration. All India Radio News has got an overwhelming response for the show with questions received from across the country. Dr. Suresh Mishra, Professor at Indian Institute of Public Administration, will be responding to the queries of the aspirants. The 6th episode of Abhyas will be on air on 100.1 FM Gold at 9:30 p.m. today. You can access it on Twitter at AIR News Alerts or on AIR News Official YouTube channel and also on the News on AIR app. Also for the next episode on 14th May, the subject chosen is History. Students can send their queries on WhatsApp number 928-909-4044 or mail on abhyas.air@gmail.com. The deadline for submission of questions is 11th of May. So, join us at All India Radio News for the Abhyas every Saturday at 9:30 p.m. on 100.1 FM Gold.
Haryana government will launch Khelo India Youth Games mascot and logo at Panchkula's Indra Dhanush Auditorium this morning. Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur and Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar will attend the launch ceremony. Khelo India Youth Games will be held in Panchkula, Chandigarh, Delhi, Shahabad and Ambala from June 4th to 13th. More than 8,000 athletes will participate in this year's games. In IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a last over thriller at Brabant Stadium in Mumbai last night. Today, Punjab Kings will face Rajasthan Royals at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai at 3:30 p.m., while Lucknow Super Giants will lock horns against Kolkata Knight Riders at the MCA Stadium in Pune at 7:30 p.m.
Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha and Delhi registered wins over their respective opponents on the opening day of Hockey India's Senior Women National Championship in Bhopal yesterday. In the tournament opener, Karnataka registered a comprehensive 10-0 win over Arunachal in Pool F. In the second Pool F match, Tamil Nadu defeated Andaman and Nicobar 5-0. In Pool G, Uttar Pradesh beat Goa 8-0. In another Pool G match, Delhi outplayed Gujarat 13-0. In the last match of the day, Odisha beat Telangana 14-0 in Pool H. Earlier, Madhya Pradesh Sports Minister Yashodhara Raje Scindia formally inaugurated the competition at Major Dhyan Chand Stadium in Bhopal. Olympians Aslam Sheikh Khan, Jalaluddin Rizvi and Sameer Daat were also present on the occasion. A low-pressure area lies over South Andaman Sea and adjoining Southeast Bay of Bengal. It is likely to move northwest and intensify into a depression by today evening and subsequently into a cyclonic storm by 8th May evening. It is likely to continue to move northwestwards and reach west central and adjoining Northwest Bay of Bengal off North Andhra Pradesh and Odisha coast on 10th of May. Heavy to very heavy rain and squally weather predicted at few places of Andaman and Nicobar Islands today and tomorrow. Fishermen advised not to venture into sea till 9th of May. Due to inclement weather, the Tourism Department has suspended all water sports activities for 2 days, that is 7th and 8th of May.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder and lightning. Temperature will hover between 27 and 41 degrees. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature is 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 36 degrees. Chennai is likely to have partly cloudy sky. Temperature will hover between 29 and 38 degrees. Kolkata is likely to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder and lightning. The temperature will hover between 26 and 36 degrees. Srinagar, Jammu and Leh will have mainly clear sky. Gilgit will also have partly cloudy sky. The temperature will hover between 13 and 35 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature is 20 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 35 degrees. Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, Bangalore and Thiruvananthapuram will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of thunder showers. Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Aizawl, Kohima and Itanagar will have partly cloudy sky. Gangtok and Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Business Standard quoting Niti Aayog Vice Chairman Suman Berry leads, will equip PM ministers with techniques to deal with an uncertain world. Indian envoy snubs Dutch ambassador over Ukraine crisis, writes the Asian Age. UN chief urges world to end war in Ukraine, calls it senseless, ruthless, states the pioneer. The Times of India quoting Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri writes, don't want Congress to disappear, need opposition. India-Italy reviews strategic relations during Italian Minister Luigi Di Maio's visit, reports the pioneer. Government to keep tabs on Chinese investments in Indian firms, writes the Business Line, adding, government makes it mandatory for entities to get government approval before investing. Rifles, air defense guns to be now made in India, notes the Tribune. And finally, Indian Army to get 2 new regiments of Akash Prime Air Defense Missile System, reports the Statesman.
And now, before I end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls for reducing dependence on foreign goods and focus on domestic manufacturing. India's wave of unicorns reaches all-time high with neobanks open, becoming 100th unicorn in the country. Home Minister Amit Shah demands CBI probe into political murder of BJP Yuva Morcha activist Arjun Chaurasia in Kolkata. BJP leader Tajinder Pal Singh Bagga, released after being produced before Gurugram Court, provided security following court's order. India's first regional rapid transit system train set to be handed over to National Capital Region Transport Corporation at Savli in Gujarat today. LIC IPO to remain open for subscription on Saturday and Sunday. Sri Lankan President declares emergency amid protest over economic crisis. Haryana government to launch Khelo India mascot and logo in Panchkula this morning. And in IPL cricket, Mumbai Indians beat Gujarat Titans by 5 runs in a last over thriller. And with that we end the morning news. Have a nice day.